Creating stone holders for this sharpening station. This is my old one that I had, and I had to step it up from the height of the extrusion to match the height of the granite from the top, from the bottom of the old station to the top of the granite. So that ended up being about 1 3/16 inches. So that's how I made that one, or made a pair of them. And I also made it, I don't know why, but the stone was way out here. So now with this setup, with the glass down below, I've got to step down and then over. So the first thing I did was make a saw kerf for the width of the extrusion, and then I stood it up and ran it on my table saw and made this cut to about this depth. You can see where it kind of gets shiny right there. Then just did the rest with a handsaw and a chisel. There's a better tool for that, and that's called the bandsaw. And so when I cut the step down for the stones, because this is below the height of the stone, but it's still too high. You don't want to be running into that. You want it obviously below that top surface. So again, made a saw kerf, but this time I ran it on the bandsaw and removed this portion. Much safer, and then you can also get a full depth of cut. And so now this will slide on here. I'll rip this in half or thereabouts and drill my holes to hold it to the extrusion, and then I'll be good to go. I made 2 of them, so I'm gonna have 2 sets. The old just in case deal, I guess, if something should happen. So that will be my stone holder, and now you can see the profile I needed to get to this setup, and that'll work out pretty sweet, I think. I'll drill the holes and come back and show you what it looks like in the operation here. Last update, I guess. I did get my paper towel holder attached. And then, this is probably 2 weeks out, but you can see what a domino cutter can do to your finger if you have it in the wrong spot. Take out a pretty good chunk. Okay, this is just the top of my sharpening station, and that's where all the work takes place. You got to be able to hold your stone and keep it from moving whenever you're moving metal over it. So I've got these 2 holders that you saw in the previous part of the video, and then this one is for the smaller shaft and ceramic stones. That fits in there nicely, so I can use my jig in this direction or that way. But I can take and move from one grit to another pretty quickly, and that's what I like. That's the reason I have 2 of them. The other part that I like is that these all can be removed, so I can just use the whole surface for self-adhesive paper, wet sanding, all kinds of things really when it comes to sharpening, I guess. The other part I like is that I created another set of holders here to get like this stone out here on the edge, so that you're basically have free space out here for handles or just flattening, polishing backs. This could be a bit of a knuckle buster. I hope it isn't. If you're here, I rounded this edge, sanded these off, shortened them out as much as I could, or thought would be reasonable. I may have to go shorter. The proof will come in the pudding of actually using it. But I like the versatility. So obviously I can go here, there, anywhere along these extrusions. I did have two others. These drops, when I bandsawed these off here and here, I was able to get another set, two sets actually, for the bigger stones, like this one. I'd have to tighten that up, but you see that they fit in this larger opening, so I could take and do the same thing that I'm doing here with the bigger stones, diamond stones, whatever. They could go in all the locations. I could have a series of 1, 2, 3 type setup, even up to 4 stones, I guess. One out here, 2, 3, 4. I don't have that many, but you could see the possibilities. So all of these will all come off here and can be stowed away in the drawer, and brought up when I'm ready to use them. The other part that I would like to maybe explain is that all of this can come off. Stones, holders, and everything. The glass can slide forward. I'll have to come up with some way to hold it down, or put stops in, maybe create a stop behind the extrusion here to keep it from sliding around, but I don't know that it will. I'd only come forward about 3 inches, so this would still stop it from going in this direction, which is pretty much all you need, because you'd be working in this way, I would think, out on the edge. If you wanted to do some long, like if you had self-adhesive paper on here, 80 grit, a long piece, and you really had to work hard, or do some fast removal of a really damaged back or whatever, you'd have that long stroke that you could use to get that process started. So I think it's pretty versatile, and the only other thing that might ever change would be to go to a thicker piece of glass, but for now I want to give this a run and see how it works. So just wanted to show you these little stone holders that I've come up with to hopefully keep things in place and not get them knocked off to the floor and damaged. But this is how easy it'll be to take them apart, which I'm going to do anyway. I want to put stuff away. I'm going to loosen that one a little more. So you can see how quickly I can get this cleaned up. And if I needed to remove this, it's just 3 screws I've got right now. Take them out and pull that extrusion out of there and slide the glass forward. So, thanks for watching.